Good morning, my dear student and my dear friends. So, in last class we have studied about velocity concept, but at that time we are going to start another important topic that will be our acceleration. So, let us start. First, what is acceleration? Actually, we know that acceleration basically change in velocity with respect to time is called, normally we say, acceleration. So, we need to change velocity of the particle is called acceleration. So rate of change of velocity of the particle or body is called acceleration. Now what is the formula of acceleration? Acceleration formula is change in velocity with respect to change in time. dv upon dt is given by acceleration, or you may this change in velocity, it is v2 minus v1, and this is the time, it will be t2 minus t1. In this way you can find the acceleration. What about its unit and dimension? Its unit is SI system and CG system. In SI system, velocity unit is meter per second and time is also there. Then velocity meter per second. In CG is centimeter per second. And bigger unit kilometer per square. Kilometer per square. Dimension. Velocity dimensionality minus 1. Since velocity and speed have same dimension, but at that time is indivisible. So 1 division on upper side t minus 1. So at that time dimension velocity lt minus 1 and t comes out lt minus 2. This is the dimension of an acceleration. Now that was acceleration. SI and CGS unit and bigger unit of acceleration and dimension of the acceleration. Now main thing, some important points. First, acceleration, it is a vector quantity. Vector quantity. Second, first acceleration is a vector quantity. Second, when a particle move in straight line with constant acceleration, with initial velocity u is equal to 0, then means when a particle move in straight line with constant acceleration with initial velocity u is equal to 0, it means says that if any particle start with initial velocity u is equal to 0 and move with constant acceleration, then the particle will move in a straight line. Particle move in a straight line. Third, acceleration remains constant when particle move in straight line or in curved path as shown here. Particles starting in straight line with initial velocity u. Second, when body throw into the space by making in the theta with initial velocity u, then at each point its gravity is g. Each point during that journey means parabolic path. So straight line or curved may be parabolic path. Acceleration remains constant in magnitude. Next, if a particle moves with uniform velocity, then its acceleration always zero. In case of uniform velocity, particle always possess zero acceleration. If a particle move with non-uniform speed and velocity, then its acceleration will be non-zero. Acceleration will be non-zero. These are some important points regarding our acceleration. Some more are, you can write down by pause the video. Next, direction of average acceleration vector gives the direction of average velocity, means the direction of average acceleration vector always gives the direction of average velocity. Sign positive and negative of velocity represent motion of body, but sign of acceleration give acceleration वेलोसिटी के पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव साइन मोशन को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं बॉडी या पार्टिकल की, जबकि एक्सेलरेशन का साइन केवल उसकी एक्सेलरेशन को ही रिप्रेजेंट करेगा। नेक्स्ट, अगर बॉडी नेगेटिव से पॉजिटिव की तरफ चलेगी तो उसका एक्सेलरेशन पॉजिटिव है, बट हियर नेगेटिव वेलोसिटी जो होगी उल्टी डायरेक्शन में वो चेंज है, तो नेगेटिव रिटार्डेशन हो जाएगा। ये आपका नेगेटिव एक्सेलरेशन कॉल्ड रिटार्डेशन। और इधर क्या हो गया, एक्सेलरेशन इज पॉजिटिव, acceleration is positive, but if body move from positive to negative, then उसका acceleration कैसा है, negative, but here positive acceleration called retardation. See it carefully. If body move from negative to positive velocity, then its acceleration is positive. But at that time, if we apply negative acceleration, it's called retardation. It means velocity is increasing here, but air velocity is decreasing here. When velocity is decreasing, then positive acceleration called retardation, and when velocity is increasing, then negative acceleration is called a retardation. And one more, if velocity and acceleration have same sign and different sign, if they have same sign, velocity is increasing. And if they have opposite sign, means velocity increasing or acceleration negative, then velocity decreasing. Okay, this was all about the key points. It means that if velocity and acceleration are in same direction, then particle, body, object, vehicle always acquire large velocity. But in case of they have in opposite sign, so means velocity on that side, acceleration on that side, then velocity always decreases. So these are the some important points that are related to our acceleration. Now we will discuss types of acceleration here. So there are four types. First, uniform non-uniform average instantaneous. So there are four types of acceleration: uniform, non-uniform, average, or instantaneous. During uniform motion, if body and particle, this is uniform acceleration. If body and particle have same magnitude and direction of acceleration during motion, is called uniform acceleration. Means acceleration magnitude means change in velocity. If change in velocity covered within change in time, that means acceleration always remains constant during the complete journey or complete entire motion. Then such type of motions it generally makes uniform acceleration. But in non-uniform, either magnitude, direction, or both of them changes with the motion, then such type of acceleration is called non-uniform acceleration. Means if during journey its velocity difference may be vary, or maybe it may be large, it may be small in any gaps, but it not remains constant throughout the entire journey. So in that way we can say that such type of motion in which magnitude of acceleration and its direction, yeah, both of them changes during the motion is called non-uniform acceleration. What about average acceleration? It is the ratio of change in velocity to the time taken. Change in velocity to the time taken. It is represented by, that is v2 minus v by t. Actual v1 is the initial velocity and v2 is the final velocity, and during increasing velocity v1 to v2 body acquires some time, use some time, consume that time. That time divide by their difference, then we have a special term that is called average acceleration. You can see that it is an average acceleration. So this is the average acceleration formula we will use in numericals. Now what about instantaneous? Instantaneous acceleration of the particle body at a particular instant. Acceleration of the particle or body at a particular instant. What is meant that? Suppose we see the car speedometer at this 10 and then see the 10.01. In between 0.01 second, what is the change in velocity? That will show the instantaneous acceleration for 1 second, for 0.1 second. In this way we can find the instantaneous acceleration of any vehicle, particle, body that move in a straight line. This was all about the acceleration, different type of acceleration, and it has formula also. Its formula says acceleration instantaneous given by dv upon dt. This is the first derivative of velocity, or you may also call second derivative of displacement. Second derivative of a displacement means instantaneous acceleration can be find out by the two method. First, take the derivative of the velocity vector, or if you have provided displacement during the motion of the particle, then you have to differentiate two times. In first time differentiation you will get from displacement to velocity, and in second time you will acquire velocity into acceleration. In this way we will say that second derivative of displacement or position vector gives the instantaneous acceleration, or first derivative of velocity will give the instantaneous acceleration. I hope you very well understand. And one main thing, there is a time. The time should be very small. Delta t tends to 0 in case of limit. This is the formula for instantaneous acceleration. Now we will try this through numerical and check how these concepts act on these problems. So let us start. One main thing, if anybody asks to you what do you mean by the retardation, then always tell to that person retardation is the acceleration which oppose the motion of the body, which oppose the motion of the body is called retardation. How? Suppose our vehicle moving from 100 km per hour on the road, and suddenly we apply brake, then this brake will reduce the speed of the vehicle, and decreases 100 km per hour up to 30 km per hour. Then such type of acceleration provided by the vehicle to the wheels during motion of the car on the road, then such acceleration is called a retardation. Okay, retardation is negative, always act opposite to the motion of the body, So we will solve that numerical. First, velocity of particle given by this one, we have E is equal to A root x. Now here A is constant and assume T0 x0. T0 x0. Then find the time dependency of the velocity and acceleration of the particle. Very simple. We know that velocity displacement upon time, A root x. Now you have to take root x on that side. It will be dx upon root x and A root A dt. Now what you have to do? Now you have to take integration. Take integration on both sides. Then it will come out integration dx upon root x and A integration dt. We know that it will be x की पावर माइनस हाफ dx integration is equal to a integration dt. Limit will be 0 to x, 0 to t. Very simple. But if you didn't take any limit, then it will be give answer. So the answer is, we know that integration of xn can be written n plus 1 and plus 2. These are simplest formula in this dx. So this is x की power n, means you have to put x minus half plus 1 minus half plus 1 is equal to a, and that will be t. Integration of dt, t integration of dx, x. So we know integration of dx is called x. Now it comes out x की half, and it is half is equal to 80. So from here x की half is equal to 80 by 2, or x is equal to a square t square by 4. This is the displacement. Now we have to find velocity and acceleration. Since velocity dx upon dt, so dx upon dt, and acceleration dv upon dt. So first put x here, then you have to take differentiation of this 1 by 4 taking outside, and a square is constant already since, then t square to t, then 2 to 2 cancel out, then it will be a square t by, this is the velocity. And what about acceleration? You have to take one more time derivative of it. It is common here, a square by 2 common, and time respect to time differentiation is 1, then answer will be a square by 2. This is the acceleration, a square by 2. I hope you will understand up to that stage. Now next, this is velocity and acceleration of O. Its second part, mean velocity of a particle. You have to find mean velocity. Let's check it out. So finding mean velocity, we know that it is the displacement. We have x is equal to a square t square by 2. And for finding mean velocity, you know variable mean velocity displacement upon time. Displacement upon time. So you have to find t from here. 2x upon a square, and t is equal to 2x upon a square. Now you have to put that term here. Now what do you have displacement here? X, you can take it x, you can take it as depend on you. So this is your x, and time root 2x upon a square. Now after solving, sorry, there is a 4. Actually when we take on this, it will from here t square 2x upon a square will t square here, then it will be 4 something. Oh sorry, it was the 4 here, na? You have to 4 put here, it will come out 4 here, it will come out 4 here, it will come out 4 here. Now it is in square root. Now what is the formula here? Let's check it. After solving, that value will be come out, it will be 2, it will be 2 and square root of a, and that is root x, because x की power 1 and x की minus half, so it will be a root x. This is the answer. Once more let's start. We know that displacement this one, and from here we will find the time in terms of displacement. But by the mean velocity formula, displacement upon time, we have displacement as and time is this put there. Now if a square is outside the square root will become up to, and what about 4? 4 will be 2, it will be a, and it is root x. Root x on upper side 1 minus half, this is 2 and this is a on upper side, then a root x by 2. This is the required answer for the second part. I hope you very well understand. Now we will solve second value. Second numerical is so simple. What we have to done for it? We have formula is now. According to acceleration of particle moving in straight line vary with displacement given by a is equal to 2s v. Whereas is displacement, a is acceleration. Then you have to find velocity of particle is 0 at 0 displacement. Find the corresponding velocity displacement equation. That means हमें velocity और displacement के बीच में equation find out करनी है. Here we have to find an equation between displacement and velocity. So our answer should be v and x or v v s. So let's check it out. We have a is equal to 2s plus 1. What is the formula of acceleration? Velocity upon time multiplying here from ds to ds. Nothing will be changed here. It will be 2s plus 1. Since we know that s by t means displacement upon time velocity, so it will be ds upon ds is equal to 2s plus 1. Now rearrange dv 2s plus 1 ds. Now you have to take integration on both sides. So taking on taking integration both sides, we have dv and integration to s plus 1 ds. It will be separate parts to s ds plus integration of ds, and this is integration dv. What about limit? Actually it says that velocity is 0, displacement is 0. So displacement 0, velocity 0, the displacement as velocity v is, sorry, displacement as velocity. In case of 0 displacement 0 velocity, but in case of displacement velocity will be v. This is really the limits for solving that integration. Now it comes out v square by 2. We know that by using formula x and dx, that will be x plus m plus m. And this one 0 to, and there 2 integration s square by 2 0 to s, and this is integration of ds just 1. Integration of ds, what will become s, limit 0 to s. Now if we put here v square by 2 upper limit lower limit, and it will be 2 s square by 2 plus, what about this one, s, upper minus lower, lower to 0, so it will be s. Then v square by 2, 2 to cancel out, s square plus s, v square is equal to 2s square plus s, or 2s taking outside s plus 1. So v is equal to here square root 2s this plus 1. This is the required equation between velocity and displacement. One more time start. We know that acceleration this, we can write acceleration velocity upon time multiply and divide by ds is equal to 2x plus 1. Since we know displacement upon time is called velocity, so v taking and ds taking on that side. Now you have to take integration, and after applying integration you have to break up all the parts. Now applying formula x to the power n dx in all these, then you will get here this is integration of ds, integration of dt, all are t s whatever. So this is v square by 2. Here 2 to cancel out s square, it will be s. Now taking 2 on that side, it will be this. Taking what we common here, actually this 2 on that side, this 2, this means this is 2s. So we take 2s outside, 2s plus 1. Here is 1 left out, here left out s, and taking 2 on that side, it will be square root. So v is equal to square root 2s bracket s plus 1. This is our displacement velocity equation. I hope you very well understand about the acceleration concept, type of acceleration, what are the key points of an acceleration, and what is retardation. One more time I am repeating, retardation is basically a acceleration which always oppose the motion of the body. मोशन ऑफ द बॉडी मीन्स अगर बॉडी की वेलोसिटी बढ़ रही है, हम उसे रोकने के लिए जो एक्सेलरेशन देंगे दैट इज कॉल्ड रिटार्डेशन. मीन्स नेगेटिव एक्सेलरेशन इज कॉल्ड रिटार्डेशन. And units dimension, and these are the two numericals. There are these two numericals on which we apply these equations so that we can acquire the results according to our given statements. I hope you very well enjoy. Now we will meet you in next class with the next new topic. Till then, please see the video and read your book. If you have any doubts, just ask me. I will definitely solve your problem. एक बात जो मैं आपसे कहना चाहूँगा, ध्यान से सुनिए सभी, कि जो आपको इसमें पढ़ाया जाता है वीडियोस वगैरह में, वो मेन चीज़ें हैं जो कि हमारे एग्ज़ाम्स और कॉम्पिटिशन्स के लिए बहुत मैंडेटरी होती है. लेकिन हम लोग अगर बुक से पढ़ेंगे तो बुक में बहुत सारी चीज़ें अनयूजुअल होती हैं जो कि बहुत रेयरली पूछी जाती हैं, जिसकी वजह से हमारे पास याद करने का मटेरियल बहुत होता है और हम उसे सही वक्त पे याद रिकॉल नहीं कर पाते. तो आप टू द पॉइंट और वो मैंडेटरी चीज़ें याद करें बुक से और इवन वीडियोस वगैरह देख के, जो ज़रूरी हैं, जिनके बिना फिजिक्स अधूरी है, वो आपको करने ही होंगे और वही आपको इन क्लासेस में कराया जा रहा है. मुझे लग रहा है आप समझ रहे होंगे. समझ रहे हैं तो वेरी वेल. बाकी बुक तब पढ़ें जब आपको कॉन्सेप्ट और वीडियो अच्छी तरह पढ़ने के बाद अपने बुक्स को स्टडी करें, तो बहुत कुछ आपको सीखने को मिलेगा बुक से. लेकिन आप डायरेक्ट बुक पढ़ेंगे और आपके पास कोई पढ़ाने वाला घर में बड़ा भाई बहन कोई नहीं है, तो आपको दिक्कत आ सकती है. इसलिए प्लीज़ ट्राई टू वॉच द वीडियो फर्स्ट एंड देन check your book, in which if you suffered from any problems during that time, then you recall us or send your question to us. I will definitely solve your problem. Thank you so much. We will meet you in next class with a new topic. Till then, take care. Goodbye to all of you and good day to all of you, my dear lovely friends and my dear students. Thank you so much.